Yeah. So you've been with the agency now, what you were saying?
Since, like January 2021, I think.
Yeah.
So it's, now it's, what is that? 3.5 years almost.
Yeah. And you have a different story, because didn't you come from LA?
Yeah, so I grew up in Minnesota and moved to LA when I was 21, and then was there for a little bit more than a decade.
Where did you live in LA?
I moved into Burbank Sun Valley, which is like northern part of Burbank, and sleepy and up against the mountains and stuff like that. And then I moved into Hollywood for like 6 years, and then I had a friend who was moving out to Marina Del Rey, and so I lived by the beach for 3 or 4 years, and that was the best move I did then. Even though it made it so if I needed to go into the studios, it was like 2 hours to get there.
Yeah, of course, it's really difficult to commute. But
But
as far as the life,
and it ends up that I mean, now it's a little bit further now. I'm in Queen Creek, but while we were living in Gilbert, took me the same time to get to the studios in Burbank from Gilbert, Arizona, as it did to get there from Marina Del Rey.
You're kidding me.
No. If it was rush hour, it'd take me 2.5 hours to get to Burbank.
Yeah, you're talking flying.
Yeah. And it was, here about 2 hours to get there, drive to the airport, get on a plane, go.
Right.
So,
I know you still have your out-of-market agents too. But, when you came to town, what made you decide? Was it a referral?
Yeah, so we talked to a close friend of ours who lived here, and actually when we moved here, they were, he was just more of an acquaintance that I had known. He had lived in LA for a little while, Ryan O'Connell, and he and his wife were the only people we knew out here when we moved here, and we, now they've really become our best friends, and he was with Ruth and had been for it, and he still is, and had been for a while.
Ryan's a great guy.
Yeah, and he said, "Look, I'd be more than happy to refer you to my agent, and also she's the only agent in town you should work with, because you guys are serious actors and skilled comedians and stuff like that, and she's the only person who really focuses on repping actors." And that a lot of people, they rep actors along with models, but that Ruth really has a deep understanding of how the acting business works, and that's
it's different.
Yeah,
it's a different business. She's really tapped into that. I would say commercial print too, but commercial print modeling is different than traditional modeling.
It's wildly different. And in the way that there've been a couple times when. My wife and I, we've had these, Ruth will call us and go, here's what someone's looking for. And I want to make sure, and this is the contract they offered. And she goes, and that might fly with other agencies in town. That might fly with, what they've done in other, non-union markets and that kind of thing. But I know who you guys are and where you're coming from, and so here's what I'm going to negotiate. Just want to get your okay on letting me negotiate that. And we go, absolutely, Ruth. Go ahead. Yeah. And just the fact that she has that awareness, and that kind of, she's looking out for us.
Of course,
is. I think that's clearer to me with Ruth than almost any other agent I've ever had. Of just that she's looking out for us and goes, here's how I know that my talent will be treated right. So
she really cares.
Yeah.
It's not like when people say, of course, she's my mom. So how is she? I'm like, that's how she is.
Right.
If you watch her little YouTube series that I filmed for her on her history, that is how she is. She gets so excited when someone books a job. She genuinely has that energy. She calls, she can't wait. I'll hear about it first sometimes.
Yeah.
She's just full of life.
Yeah.
And I think it's because she does what she loves every day.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference. She was born to be an agent.
Right.
And to serve talent. And I think like coming from a major market, myself leaving home and working with some big agents, I've never had an agent quite like my mom. Of course I'm biased. But like I mean that.
Yeah.
sometimes the bigger markets, I feel people can become a little cold. They
Yeah.
go through certain trials and tribulations in the business.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said with staying in your hometown
Yeah.
and building that smaller clientele that they're like your friends.
Yeah.
And it really is. It's a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm hopeful that, as, because Arizona passed some tax incentives and couple years ago now, and studios are being built and that kind of thing. So I'm hopeful we'll start to see more of
Those opportunities.
those opportunities too. Because, Arizona's got some serious talent here. So, yeah.
It does. It does. I would just, I heard that you booked a bigger job this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which people don't think about,
Yeah.
like national commercials coming
Yeah.
to town. And
With one of my favorite actors, Keegan-Michael Key. So it was just an absolute thrill to get to work with him, even in a small way. I got to do a job for Choice Hotels, which is the the mothership brand of Radisson and Comfort Inn and Suites and all. They have 27 different hotel brands or something like that. They did a series of comedic spots with Keegan-Michael Key, and got to do 2 of them with him. So really a ton of fun and cool to do. It's my first SAG National. So
really,
yeah.
Well, then that's great that we got to book you.
Yeah, I had to come to Arizona to book a national commercial. Yeah,
national, and nationals are fun for many reasons.
Yeah,
and having that bigger experience and being
Yeah.
on the set and that's what we live for. It's like those little dreams come true.
yeah, absolutely.
Cool, man. Well,
Yeah.
I just have been wrapping these up with saying, like, obviously, like Leighton Agency, we're here to serve talent, and we're really grateful for you.
I'm so grateful to be served by Leighton Agency because, like I said, it's totally, that's what you guys do, and that's so awesome to feel that as an artist and as an actor. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.